looking at what you guys are saying. People think Max will get the sprint race with a new engine. I don't think I haven't heard anything that he has taken the new engine part. I know he said that he will have to take an engine at some point. Yeah, but Andrew, most races aren't in the morning for Ryan. He's in the middle of Europe, so he's prime time for most of those races, or mid afternoon. People think Max, think people science. I know there's a few Hamilton fans out there, and we are within a minute or so from a green light. Right now, we've got a poll right now. We've got over
This is my
2,000
salary
votes
for my.
already on this poll. It's basically who will think who will be the winner of the constructors between Ferrari, McLaren, and Red Bull. Right now, you guys are leaning Ferrari. It was more for McLaren when I voted. But basically, he's 90% into Red Bull, and then 48% Ferrari, 40 to 43% McLaren. So that's interesting. You guys are leaning Ferrari right now. And the Ferrari practice one has started, and Bottas and Gasly are going to be the first two out on medium tires. So the issue that we're looking at right now is that we do not expect them to be using a hard tire during this session. Each team has only been given two hard tires for the whole weekend. And as I say that, Aston Martin's out on a hard tire. So is Alonso. I wonder if they're scruffing up the tires. I would think they're going to come back in for this is an installation lap. As far as I know right now, Max has not taken a grid penalty. Yeah, yeah. There's been no news on parts or anything in that regards so far. So what happened last weekend is that Max didn't took apart from his pool a used piece, so he reused a part. By reusing a piece that he has, so it's from his component pool, as they refer to it as, um, he didn't incur a penalty. It's when you add a new part to the car, or add a new part to the pool, is when you incur that penalty. Yeah, guys, so don't start again. People are throwing baloney in the chat. Um, Crying out loud. We have got enough problem with getting the correct information out. We don't need to muddy up the waters. Did the track resurface? Yes, they did resurface the track. So this is a new surface. So it's a green surface, and I don't think there's anyone else driving this weekend as well. Check. So we've got some of our first flying laps going on right now. We got Bottas about to finish his first flying lap. Let's see. Looking at information at the moment. So we've got Boss Gasoline Norris is going to come across. Norris is going to start a flying lap. Wow, it's a huge pit lane. So Ocon is just coming across. Zoe is coming across. So they're the first people to do their first flying laps. Take a look at commentary. Yeah, guys, I think Max admits that he's going to have to take a penalty at some point. He could in Brazil, but he hasn't officially taken it yet. So Lewis Hamilton has got a different helmet this weekend. It's in green and black, green, and yellow, with hues of blue for the Brazilian flag. He is, I believe, like a honorary citizen of Brazil. Yeah, they've given him some sort of honor. That's so interesting. Looking at what you guys are saying at the moment. When will Lewis drive Senna's car? I believe that's Saturday night, and I think that might be if it's filmed. F1 will film it and put it on their YouTube channel. Um, it won't be something that will be in. Won't be something that will be like broadcast live like FP1 or the sprint or the race. Frost Gaming pointing out he's driving it. I wouldn't be surprised if he hasn't driven already. And he's a seven-time world champion. He gives you privileges. So Oscar right now is top of the board with 113.478. Gasly and Perez are second and third. We've yet to see. No, Albon did an installation lap, so everyone's come out once. Verstappen. Verstappen 16 on medium tire. So as expected, Alonso is on a medium tire. So he started on a hard. I guess they went out, scrubbed up the tire, and came back in for mediums. Uh, the V carbs are on soft tires. That's interesting. Fias says if Ferrari wins the constructors champion, I might be telling my mom for celebration. Again, race is pointing out risk of rain is 0% for this session, but the issue with rain is that it could happen between the session, could happen during the next session. It can pop up anytime. We got YZ34 going for Hamilton. So it's Frost Gaming. Come on, Lewis, get in the 2021 mode. Set the helmet colors. We're talking about Hamilton having his colors, having the Senna's colors on his, and the Brazilian flag essentially as well. Stephen pointing out that Max is on my cruddy character list for behavior at Mexico. So here's what's going on. What happened between Austin and Mexico City? So in Austin, Max was ahead of Lando, and that's why he didn't take penalties in Austin. Whereas Lando did get ahead of Max, and so that changed the scenario. That's why Max took penalties. Um, what is Max doing illegal? Well, within reason. He is racing to the letter of the law, but not necessarily the spirit of the law in this case. and that's the scenario. Like is it rough? Is it aggressive? Absolutely. Is it illegal? No. Within reason, it's not. And we found our limit, like what is permitted and what is not permitted. Perez right now on a flying lap right now. Purple in sector one. I'm gonna go follow along with the F1 stream as opposed to um, and he's 0.155 fast, and he's gonna come to the end of the lap. He's setting a full purple lap right now. And he does not get sector three, but he does come across at 112.009. And I think people are misunderstanding what I'm saying. I mean, like what he did, yes, what he did in Mexico City was illegal. What he did in Austin wasn't. Did he do the same thing? Absolutely. Did he drive any differently? Absolutely. So that's what I'm trying to get across. So again, what is permitted, what is not permitted under the rules, we have now a clear definition between the two. Colapino just jumped up to 9 with a 113.307. Hamilton just jumped to fourth to 112.713. We've got about 10 minutes into the session already. Again, you listen to the Racing TV channel. This is Crash Ariza with you giving you live coverage. We're over 514 likes, or halfway to 1,000 within 10 minutes. That's awesome. I want to thank the 2,869 who are watching right now. And again, I want to watch everyone who's in chat right now. You are the Race Justice Army, the aka the race fans, and then those who are in green, aka I call the family. That's Paula, Andrew, Steven. It's a few more of you. L isn't here. Sorry, is here. Of course, I'm here, but I'm also a mod, so that's another matter. Again, those are the who've joined the channel. Again, they're in green. They've got a badge in front of them. The highlight them. They're the ones who are throwing $2 to $3 each month to the channel, or have paid for people on this channel. One of the benefits you get by being part of the channel is there is a bunch of emojis that um, you get access to. I'm trying to click these all as fast as possible for you. There you go. And then from month to month, there's also a free super chat that you get. Yeah, replay one of the Williams bouncing over curbs. He is staying on the track, but he is hitting the curbs pretty roughly. People are saying that Max has switched out his ice his engine, but I have nothing from F1 saying that he has. The best I have on this regards is that Max says that he will have to take one at points, but it hasn't said that he has taken it. So that's I know there's people on social media reporting this, but that is not necessarily the case as of right now in terms of official reports. Like if Max had taken a new engine, that would have been an article on F1.com, and that hasn't happened yet. So we will find out later today if F1 TV basically said so. I don't have I don't have the audio of them on, so I haven't heard anything in that regards as well. Bierman just jumped up to 11 with 113.074. Moved in all his sectors. Good. He's 4 tenths off of Russell. So the fastest sector is Russell right now. And Bierman's only 4 tenths off of that so far. That's not bad for being a rookie thrown into practice at moment's notice. No, Max has to make his engine decision before quali. Um, if they've replaced it, it hasn't been reported yet, but he has to make that decision before quali because when you go into quali, basically the car is what's put in what's called parc fermé, basically a hard park, in the French word. But basically, you're not allowed to make changes to your car when you're in parc fermé. So we will have quali later today. Cars will be in parc fermé through um, um, in parc fermé through the night for the sprint race. After the sprint race, the cars will be out of parc fermé. Changes can be made, but they will then go into quali going into the Grand Prix. So after the quali for the Grand Prix, they will have to. If he breaks the engines during, that's different. That's different. Don't Pierce. Standard guy saying Albin was rapid. Was predicting. Yeah, we don't predict crashes on this channel. Come on, people. We've got standards. We're better than that. Someone's asking, what do you think will happen with the Perez Lawson situation? Have no clue what's going to happen. It is basically Lawson has performed well, but not well enough to put the flag in the sand to say that he does deserve a seat. I think he's done best to say that he is good enough to be in the V car, but I don't know if he's good enough to take Checo's seat as of yet. Has he been better than Checo? Yes. But we need to see more performances. Again, we've got 4 more races to go, so we've got time to not to look at his performance. So why is Z34? Again, we understand that the engine consists of not just one. It's not one piece. It's multiple pieces of the engine. Verstappen just went 111.712. Russell has improved his times multiple times. He's on a 111.8, and then Perez is at top as third with a 112.009. Alonso 112.340, and fifth is Albin 112.490. Hamilton, Norris, Clerk, Lawson, Sainz, so all in the 112s before we get to P11 with Sonoda with a 113. And everyone's done a 113 except for Boss, who's done a 114. So he is 2 seconds off the pace. Zoe is 2 seconds, just shy of 2 seconds above 2 seconds. And then 18th and down, they are under 2 seconds. Looking through right now, any updates I got. Yeah, the F1 feed right now is pointing out that Hamilton's had a couple squirrely moments on track. Again, track has been resurfaced. It is hot out. Ooh, almost. So the Ferraris stack up 1-2, and Hamilton comes up behind the second one. Uh, no, he didn't hit him. Hamilton did not hit Sainz. And there was really nothing that Sainz could really do in that scenario because, um, I mean, he was being passed by Leclerc, so there's really not much he could have done at that moment. No way Russell could be faster than Hamilton here. I mean, he currently is. I mean, Hamilton. I mean, it's still early. I mean, we're only about 20 minutes to the session. And the track will get better as we go on. Let's be honest. We will see track evolution in this FP1 session. So it is very possible that Russell is faster at the moment. And with that said, we are at 41 minutes left to go in this session. We got over 3,000 of you watching right now. We've hit 589 likes. Again, we're on pace to hit 1,000 likes. If you guys hit 1,000 likes, Racing is going to give everyone 10,000 basically points. Like I'm close to 50,000 points, so he's giving you 20% of what I have just for being here. So when we break 1,000 likes, so that's a big deal. Those are definitely bragging point, right? That's bragging points. Shao 2723 saying Max winning sprint and race championship over. I wouldn't say it's over. It just makes it unlikely that Lando can come back. I mean, like we need like something major, like if a Max DNF changes everything. We're looking at right now. We're following on with Lawson right now. He's coming along pretty well. He's improved in his sector 1, sector 2 times. He's going to end up being. He lost a little bit of time in sector 3, but he comes in under 6/10 shot of Isaac Kajar in the pits. He is one of the Red Bull's reserve drivers. So again, if the scenario that we're looking at right now, if Lawson replaces Checo, that means the seat when V carb is still open, and he would be the most likely scenario to come into that seat. He's doing extremely well in F2 as well. Colors again, and this comes up on a regular basis. So the blue colors that you see are when the cars are in the pits. So coming out of the pits, you're going to see a lot of blue. Yellow means that the driver in that particular sector or subsector for the little dots you're seeing basically means that the driver hasn't improved in in that time. Green means that the driver has improved in their best time. So that's and then purple means they are the best overall. So right now Perez has a purple sector 2, means he's the fastest in sector 2. And I'm gonna ask you guys to keep to English in chat because we have no. It's not that I'm trying to be a pain in the ass, but um, we don't have mods for any other language, unfortunately. And then right now, all we've got is essentially for staff. No, Colapino, Bottas just came out. Colapino is on track. Bottas is on track. So we've got everyone just setting up for a new run. I'm looking at what you guys are saying in chat at the moment. Um, Again, we've only got Bottas on track at the moment, so there's a lull in action at the moment. As we again, teams are now setting up for a new program. And we've about 30 under 37 minutes left to go in this session. Again, this is the Racing 60 Future channel. I am Grash again here with Free Practice 1. Again, this is going to be the only practice session this weekend. Our next session, which would normally be an FP2, is going to be the sprint qualifying session. So I'll be here for that. And I'll be here for the sprint tomorrow. Ryan should be back for for qualification and for the race. Right now, wind condition is listed at 2.9 kilometers from the south. Track temperature is 54 degrees Celsius, and that can go up higher. That could go up higher. Air temperature is 25.9. It is around 55% humidity. So here's the issue with rain is that we're not expected to see any rain during this session, but we are expected to have rain over the weekend regardless. So any rubber they put down in this session um, could be wiped away overnight for next for the sprint race. Ooh, that's a hot take. Colapino is a better choice for Red Bull than Lawson. Ooh, that's spicy. And the reason I'm bucking Colapino going to Red Bull, I mean that was brought up during um weekend warm up show, is that Colapino is not part of the Red Bull family. All right, so like he's not in their junior program. He's in the Williams junior program. And let's be honest, Red Bull brought in DeVries from the Williams program. He was the reserve driver, and they got burnt by that. And I just don't see Red Bull doing that when they've got multiple drivers in their junior program to look at, consider, and evaluate. Why would they go outside of that program? Um, I just don't think Colapino would be. I don't think Colapino fits the bill for Red Bull ultimately because he's not in their junior program. Kurt Ruins Perez getting no science is signed. Science is out of the question. Science is signed to Williams for next year. That's that you're hearing old rumors. Rumors was talked about as potentially being in play several months ago. It's not the case anymore. He is signed with Williams, and there's no reason for Red Bull to sign him. Novia, the last sprint race was in Austin. Oscar's not part of the Red Bull family, but look at him trying to get him from Red McLaren. But Oscar's actually shot that down. That I don't know where. That's more. That makes no even less sense. Um, he after what happened with Alpine with Oscar, McLaren has him locked down. So the any talk of him going to Red Bull is wild conjecture. And even so, we're still looking at for next year. We're not like 2026 is a different ball game. Everything's different, and we're not even into that silly season as of yet. We got Hamilton jumping up to P2 with a 1:11.754. He's only 0.042 behind Max on those tires. Russell, who's P3, is just shy of a tenth. and then Perez is almost 4 tenths behind Max. Sainz also 4 tenths. Lawson 6 tenths. So that's to keep an eye on. Lawson is only 2 tenths off of Perez's. What about the Haas situation? It's not a situation. He signed with them. Let's be very clear. It's not a situation. He signed. That's pretty much where it is. What it is. I don't know if Ocon's a great fit for Haas, but he's the experienced driver that Haas needs that they need in that role. Toyota cooperation with the team can be really good. I mean that is again bringing in technical support that Haas needs. And Haas is the smallest team. They've only got like 300 people. That's like a quarter the size of most of the other teams, like Red Bull or Mercedes or Ferrari. That's a quarter of their team. So they're bringing Toya on board as a technical partner is a big deal. The other part of it is that the cooperation with Toyota basically means that Haas can iterate and get parts faster than they normally would. So that's the other part, is that there's a fabrication piece there. Parts that Haas has to make, they can get faster through with Toyota than say Delora, which is the other part. So again, there's been a lot of talk about Max potentially taking an engine, but that's not necessarily been reported by an official source. Max has said that he might take one at some point, but didn't say that he would take one here at Brazil. So that's I want to make sure that people are talking about that in chat. Uh, Alonso basically had ooh, what happened to the replay? Oh, they're going with an old school replay. Anyways, one of the things what's happening. So we know that Alonso basically had a intentional, a basically he was sick in Mexico, drove sick, went to Europe, got taken care of. He's now back. He just missed yesterday. Um, Yesterday's media day. Again, Max is at the top of the board. Why would they change the engine? The engine, I hear nothing on the radio about Max complaining about the engine. Like, guys, those are talking about, again, I gotta shut this down because like you guys I think you guys have been snookered by someone. The other story is that Behrman is in right now for K Mag, and he will be in K Mag for the sprint quality and the sprint race. We will see where K Mag is tomorrow. So we'll get an announcement sometime tomorrow that K Mag will either um, will or will not. Uh, I was just saying the FIA confirmed it. Let me see if I can find it. Change documents. What's going on with Russell's car? That's July 28th again. Documents. All right, so they just published a new power use for this competition. Um, so Max is okay. So is now official. So Max is taking his 6 of 4. So he's taking his 6 new power unit ICE. He's also taking a new exhaust system. Its numbers. It'll be one of the 8 exhaust systems allowed. So yeah, so Max is getting a five place penalty now. Now that's official. So that explains why Max is top of the board. So he's got a new power unit in. I believe the sprint is for the Grand Prix and not the sprint. Right now we've got Verstappen, Hamilton, Russell, Alonso, Leclerc at the top of the board. Stroll just went P8 with a 112 to 278. He's about 6 tenths, just shy of 6 tenths behind Max at the moment. We've got 24 minutes left to go in this session right now. Again, you're listening to the Race YouTube channel. We've got 3,400 of you watching right now. We've got almost 740 likes right now. We are on our way. We need 260 to break 1,000. If we break 1,000, those of you who are in chat right now, those who are in chat when we break it, we'll get 10,000 points towards. Again, it's bragging rights, but that's like a tenth of what I have. I mean, sorry, 20% of what I have total from the entire year. So that's a big deal. Any feedback on the track surface? So the two things about the track surface is that because it's new track surfaces are just higher degradation in general. But the track surface is a darker black hue. Ooh, Carlos Sainz just went off track. See, we got a view of Hamilton behind a Red Bull. And we look at the Red Bull, we look at Hamilton doing something. And I don't know who that was, but they went into the middle of the track and blocked Hamilton. He had to brake. But the track surface was resurfaced they used a new compound that new compound on the surface makes the track surface darker, and therefore, as a result, the track is actually picking up more temperature. It's harder. It's hotter. Surface temperature is hotter than expected. Excuse me. So all these two again. Russell's on soft tires. I know that the V carbs have been running on soft tires all morning. We did see Aston Martin go out on hard tires for a lap, and I think that's basically to scrub them. So basically to get them. The idea is that if you take off the shine on those tires, they can get up to speed and get to their performance zone faster, quicker, and it also gives the teams a early pit stop practice. And we are looking at. So again, the other news is that Behrman is in for K Mag at least through to the sprint race. We'll find out tomorrow if K Mag is okay for the race itself. Gasly just jumped up to P6, 112.050. Meow saying I'm going to miss you, Kev. Yeah, this Kevin Magazine is not signed for a seat next year. And as I say that, Russell has just gone to the top of the board, though he's done so on a medium tire. He does a first one into the 110s. He's a 110.791. We've got everyone who's done at least a 113 at this point. The bottom three are only in the 113s. 112 through P17 through P5. And we've got three in the 111s. That's Verstappen, Hamilton, Alonso, and Russell breaking the 110s. So there we go. Breakdown of our times. So expect to be. We got 20 minutes to go in this session. So expect that 110s to be broken by a couple more drivers. But no, there are Ferrari fans in chat. I just don't know where they are. There's usually a few Carlos Sainz fans in chat. I haven't seen them this morning. Haven't seen anyone for Leclerc this morning as well. They're just maybe asleep. I don't know. Gabriel Bordello in the paddock area this morning. He is in a looks like hospitality suite in McLaren. He has been rumored to be the potential signing for V Carb or the Sauber seat. Well, I'm a Ferrari fan. I can't be bothered to chat, so I'm just watching. Good for you. Lewis, new set of soft tires coming. He is currently in the pits right now. That's very much likely. Russell in the pits. Lawson, Albin, Colapino, and Sonoda and Baz are in the pits. Everyone else is on track. Everyone's on medium tires who's on track right now. McLaren. McLaren right now, 12th and 13th. They may be. I don't know what's going on with McLaren. They hiding something? All right, guys. Someone made a comment about Norris. We need to stop that right now, please. I've been removing those comments, but this is going to evolve, continue. This will be timeouts and then kicks from the channel. Where that was tending on homophobia, to be quite honest. So looking around, long run. Is that what's going on, Leclerc? That's not 114. That may be what they're doing. Again, that's what McLaren could be doing, a long run simulation. Again, we've got about another 20 minutes, no, 16, 17 minutes left in this session. We only need 190 likes to reach that goal. So that's, again, we're trying to get 1,000 likes, but in the next 15 minutes. We've got 3,490 of you watching right now. Thank you for those who are showing up, those who are in chat. Race Disney Army, as I call you all, and then the family. Those are the good ones in green. Again, if you join the channel, your name will show up in green. You'll have a badge next to it, and that badge represents how long you've been with the channel. I think I'm the one with the darkest color badge at the moment, since I like one of the first two people who joined this channel when they start up. Is Vegas the next race? I believe Vegas is the next race. Benji, I think that you're saying there's nothing wrong with the Max engine. Max is an old. That was last week. Max took a engine piece that he had already used last week. We now know via the FIA, and then I've checked it through the FI documents. Max has taken a new power unit and a new exhaust. So power unit is a 6. That's 2 over what he's required. So it's either a 5 or a 10. I'll have to. Well, I believe it's a 5, but and then it's a 5 grid place drop. The exhaust system is within the allowed number of units. Yeah, I don't know why we. Oh, no. This is 4 American races in a row. We're talking about North America, South America. So again, it's the triple header basically. Again, this is again we had Austin, Mexico, Brazil, and the next race will be in Vegas. Is Lewis having a problem? Not that I can see it. He's P3 on the board right now. He's on track with a 111.754 is his best lap. You got a call for Mercedes 1-2. Again, we've had a McLaren 1-2 in Austin, 1-3 in Mexico. We'd be crazy if Red Bull replaces Danny Boy's out of the question. We're seeing him out of the car because they want to evaluate Lawson. About under 13 minutes to go in this session right now. Um, Again, you're listening to the Racing YouTube channel and you're listening to Crash with live action, coverage of the Brazilian pre-practice one. Looking what you guys are saying in chat at the moment. People are saying Alonso's cooking. Hamilton and Russell are the only two out on track right now. Russell's been out. I mean, just came out of the pits, and Hamilton has been out on track for a while. So he's coming to the line, and Hamilton's going to go around for another lap. Both of them not pushing their cars. Copino's now on track. Yeah, Hamilton's not pushing his car, so he may be on a not on a race simulation, race run, race simulation, race run, data gathering program at the moment. Chief, again, we're pointing out this is only one free practice. Again, this is the only practice they have. Leclerc got now on track. Russell just passed him after turn middle between turn 3 and 4. Yeah, this is the only practice that the teams have, so they've got 10 minutes, 11 minutes, under 11 minutes to go, figure out what they need to know. Because then, yeah, next session is the sprint quali, and we'll have the sprint tomorrow morning. Sprint quali is today. That will be take place, I believe, 2.5 hours after. So 2 hours and 40 minutes from now, we'll have our sprint quali. We'll be back in about 90 minutes to 2 hours after from now. We'll be back. We'll be back live with music. Razor might show up and say something to you guys. There's now officially 10 minutes to go. And I'll be back about 10 to 5 minutes before the quali starts. So if there's any news, I'll give you. That's when I'll give it to you. Shay's back with into the fans. Russell's not improved. No, only one who's improving right now, trying to improve their times is Colapino. He's going to around turn 12 to 13. Leclerc has improved. So Colapino's going to jump up to P2 with a 1:11.613. That's huge. That's big. That's P2. That's a big jump for Colapino. So again, with Colapino being from Argentina, basically he's referred to this Brazilian track and the Brazilian fans as being his home race for effective purposes. Yeah, again, Russell got so Russell did a 110.791 and Colapino's P2, and he's 8.28, eight and a quarter behind Russell in P2. That's crazy. That's a big gap. Well, that will probably close by a couple of other people, but still, that's 8 minutes to go. We need about 100 likes in the next 8 minutes to hit 1,000. Again, if we hit 1,000 likes, people get points in chat. It's about $2 a month for a membership. Those who join the channel. Again, a lot. We've also got in. And Bierman just jumped to P2 at 110.805. So he's under a tenth under Russell. So rookies at the top of the board. Rookies at the top. Bierman just here two P2. Albin P3 now. 110.955. And this is where we call track evolution in play. Science P4. I mean, as the people go around and do laps, the track gets rubbered in. And so we are going to see the fastest laps now at the end of the session because of that. And the two rookies have already jumped to the top of the board. We've got Bierman, Albin, Sainz, Colapino. Again, Colapino took that P2 early on, 0.828 behind. But now we've got Bierman within a tenth of Russell's time. What is Hamilton doing? He's done his last lap was 1:15. He's doing a race simulation. So Lawson just jumped to P5 again, half a second behind. Oscar's going to jump P6 behind Lawson. Lawson is a 0.51. Oscar is 5.24 behind. We got Norris on track right now. He's improved in his first sector. He's coming to the end of the second sector soon. Wind right now is about 6 kilometers to the southwest. Track temperature is increased. It was 54 degrees earlier. It's now 55.3 degrees, and the air temperature is 25.9, almost 26 degrees. Hamilton jumping up to P7 in this practice session. You got 5 minutes, 30 seconds to go. And Norris just up to P3 with 110.381. So he is 0.040 behind. So 400s behind Russell, but still, that's P3 ahead of him is Bierman. And that's in a Haas, no less. Let's put this perspective. Bierman in a Haas is outperformed right now Sainz and Leclerc in the Ferrari and his teammate Hulkenberg. Leclerc just went to P6, 111.272. So yeah. Albon's in the mix, Lawson's in the mix, Bierman's in the mix in this top 10. That's wild. Verstappen right now has been in the pits for quite a while. He's P13. Teammate is Perez is P16. So where's Yuki? Yuki's down at the bottom, 20. So Lawson's right now outperforming Max and Perez in this free practice. So that's crazy. We've got 4 minutes to go in this session right now. Max is now coming out into the pit out. Did Bierman go off? I don't believe so. Bierman is coming out. He was off. He had pitted. He's now coming back onto track. So right now, Colapino has had improved in his first sector. He may abandon the lap to go around again and do a better lap. I'm looking right now who's on hot laps. Perez improved in sector 1, sector 2, but I don't think he improved it. He did he improved in his time, but not in his position. Tsunoda's in a hot lap right now. We got 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the session right now. Tsunoda just jumped up to 12, 111.483. That's ahead of Max and Perez at the moment. Max starting his flying lap though. We are close. We're about 52 likes left in the next 2 minutes. We can hit 1,000. I know there's over 3,700 of you watching right now. We hit that 1,000 likes. I know the points will be given out. There'll probably be more to go. 2 minutes to go in this session. Russ is still at the top of the board. Bierman, Norris, Albon, in Sainz in the top 5. Lonzo is P6, but he's just pitted. Clerk is P7, Loss is P8, Oscar's P9. Still Bierman with that crazy P2. I mean, with Lawson in the car, basically that puts him in play to potentially qualify well for the sprint race. 991 likes so far. We need 9 more to get that 1,000. We've got just a minute to go right now, just shy off a minute. Why did Max pit? That's a good question. Why did Max pit? He abandoned his lap. There could be a tactical reason why he's doing that. Norris on a flying right now, fastest sector 1. Leclerc on a flying lap. Boz was on a flying lap. He's P14. Ocon might be on a flying lap. He's not really, didn't improve that great in sector 1. He lost time. And we've, wow, okay. We just hit 1,000 points. 10,000 points to everyone who was watching. Congratulations. We just over 1,000 likes. Again, I want to thank the 3,780 of you watching as we come to a close to this session. Let's take a look at Ian Norris. He's on a flying lap still. Lawson doesn't prove time. Norris does take P1. So Norris does a 1:10.610. So that's a tenth faster than Russell. That puts Behrman 2/10 behind. That's still insane for the Haas. Oscar is P4 with 3.4 behind Lando. Is anyone doing? Hamilton is the one we may want to keep an eye on. Hamilton Joe. So Hamilton coming across the line right now. Doesn't improve in his time. Let's just keep an eye on Joe. And Joe not improving his time. Hulkenberg just jumped up to P8. There we go. 111.124. Proven sector 1 and 2. And that will be it for this session. As always, once this stream ends, you'll be taken to essentially will be the next session. That will be the sprint quali. I will see you, and that will be live. Starting in about 2.5 hours. I will be here live with you for that about 2 hours from now. 2 hours and 15 minutes or so. We'll be live again in about 90 to 2 hours, somewhere in that range, with music, and the boss might have something to say to you. So before I come on, so there's that as well. For everyone at Racing 60 YouTube channel, this has been Grash. I will see you next for the sprint quali. Take care, everyone. See you in a little bit.